In competitive programming, quantity does not matter much, but your quality and consistency matters.
Hello everyone and welcome to today's session. Today we are going to be talking about DoCoNation clubs. So as you all know, we have launched a few clubs inside our community, that is DoCoNation, and all of these clubs are aimed at different fields, different domains, and basically we are trying to provide that lack of motivation and consistency through these clubs. So we'll just talk more about that in this particular presentation. So let's just begin. So the first thing that we have here is, as some of you might be new to the community, DoCoNation. So let's see. What are we building at DoCoNation? Let's see.
DoCoNation is a one-stop solution to all the students' needs. When we say that, we actually mean it. So we're building a platform where all the resources, all the learning and growth happens. This is a place where you can come together as a community and actually learn, actually grow, where you have the support of actual mentors, you have the support of students, and you also have the motivation and people with you to keep going. So that is all DoCoNation is about. We have about 600 members today, and we are going strong.
Exactly. So DoCoNation is like a kind of passion for all of us here who are at the management team. As you can see some faces here, my team, myself, Trehan Sangpriya, then we have Neeha, we have Saket, we have Aryan, Akarsh, Shrivastava, and a lot more people in our team. Right now we have around 21 students. All of us are students here. Okay, no one is like a working professional or anything. So we wanted a place for every single student, because on the internet right now you can get everything that you want, but it's just so cluttered and so scattered that it's very difficult for a student to actually learn something, because that whole time goes into finding these resources. So basically we are here at DoCoNation to pull out that pain from your life and then give it to you through DoCoNation. So that's what we are doing. So let's now see, like, this is what we are doing at DoCoNation, but what exactly are now clubs? Because DoCoNation is already doing that. So now let's see what are clubs.
So clubs at DoCoNation, think of it as your college clubs, minus all of the hassle, all of the event management and event planning. Because normally in college clubs, that's what you end up doing. If you're in a developers club, instead of actually working on your development skills, instead of actually working on your core skills, you're working on, conducting events.
I think everyone here can agree to this point that the exact aim of the club is never achieved. You are just busy, organizing hackathons, right? Just give me a thumbs up or something, hands up or something, so that I can know that, okay, this is not just me or my college, but it's with everyone else as well. Yep. Okay, someone's giving 100. Okay, great. Okay. Yep.
So yeah, in clubs at DoCoNation, basically we'll be providing everything over here. Basically, this is a place where students will come together and actually start learning. So if you are in a design club or you're in a competitive coding club, all of these clubs have a single motive, that is for you to actually learn, actually, get together and maintain that consistency, because it is very difficult as students, right, to actually, sit down every day and work on projects or work on a problem. And this is what we are trying to overcome here. So we'll be working on projects, we'll have workshops, we'll have a lot of things coming together.
Exactly. So basically understand clubs in such a way that these are targeted events, workshops and projects for each and every student. So if you are into web development, or if you are into public speaking, or if you want to learn it, even if you're not into it, if you are not interested in it, but you still want to learn it, okay, just like we have a club called Bookmark, okay, so that's about books and all. So if you are not a reader, then also it will give you a starting point for your whole journey as a reader, so that you can properly start reading books and just gaining knowledge from that, because it's very important in today's age. So that is what we are trying to do with clubs, so that we can target a set of audience and then provide resources and support at a micro level. Because again, because of all these big communities and everything that's happening, the individual support to students is kind of messed up everywhere. You might feel this, especially with online everything, that particular support to every student is just missing. So again, I'll just clarify this for everyone. We are not going to teach you. It's not like we'll be taking classes to teach anyone anything. it will be you who will be learning everything together with us, with other students. No doubt, we'll be having events, we'll be having workshops. So in those workshops, we'll definitely be teaching you, but it's not like that it is going to be like an online lecture or class thing where every week we're coming and teaching you something, because that's just not possible for anyone, right? Even it gets boring for the students also. When you just randomly have to attend some lectures for 1 or 2 hour lecture for a month, maybe you get bored. But if you have students around you who are learning the same thing, you have the same resources, and you're just struggling, hustling together to make that particular thing, then that's something that's really, really interesting, and it gives you that boost which everyone needs in 2021, especially in 2021, because of all the corona shit that's happening, and it's not going away. Okay, just mark my words, another 1 or 2 years is just gone. Okay, so this is the time where you should start building your skills and not wait for any classes or any other thing, and just begin right here inside DoCoNation, or maybe through the resources or whatever you want. This is the time to start. So that's something that we are focusing on through the clubs. So let's now have a look at the benefits of joining these clubs at DoCoNation. Like, what are the benefits?
So one of the most important benefit is, again, as we all know, that we continue to study, we continue to sit down and do things, but we are not able to do it consistently. We maybe plan, we make hundreds of timetables, we schedule our days, but we are failing. Why is that? Because we don't have anyone to hold us accountable. Right? So this way you have 10, 15 people. How many of people are there in your particular group? You have people actually motivating you. Apart from that, you also have your mentors. You also have the advisors, the coordinators. All of them are behind your back to actually get things done. So you'll be actually learning. You'll actually build on projects. So this is a very important thing. Again, everyone might have, experienced this during the pandemic. Lack of motivation because you are just at home. There's nothing else to do. You probably like binging on Netflix and you want to get over that problem, but you're not able to. So if you have someone holding you at gunpoint, you'll actually get up and do it. So that is what we're trying to do here. Give you that motivation to get started.
Something my father used to say when I was a small child, that beta tum tab tak nahi padhoge jab tak tumhare piche talwar nahi latkegi. Right? This dialogue I have heard a lot of times when I was, in class 5th, 6th or something, maybe. So nowadays they're like, that is the case, because maybe you are on your laptop, but who says you're studying, right? And your parents might be thinking, अरे मेरा बेटा कितना अच्छे से पढ़ रहा है, या अरे मेरी बेटी कितने अच्छे से पढ़ रही है, लैपटॉप पे बैठी दिन भर बैठी रहती है, लेकिन पढ़ाई नहीं होती है. That might be the case, or maybe you are studying, but again it gets boring after a while, right? It's not always, the happy side of the thing, something that's happening. So that is where these clubs are going to help you, because here all of us, the coordinators, you'll be meeting the coordinators once the club starts. So if you're registered for those clubs, so you'll be meeting them in separate meetings later on. Okay, the dates will be given to you. And so here, us, the coordinators, the club leaders, the advisors, and everyone, we are constantly gonna be behind your back that, okay, did you do this or not? Show us what you did. Write down this code, or maybe design this, or just show us what you wrote. If you read the book, then show us the summary, what you wrote. So basically, that is where the clubs are going to boost your learning skills, whatever it is. It's going to boost everything in every single field, because they're constantly going to bug you from behind that, okay, did you do this? Did you do this? Or did you not do this? And that's something that's missing. Okay. In 2021, again, there are a lot of resources. Okay. You all might know about different people doing different stuff around in the world, and you have got a plethora of resources available for you for free. You don't even have to spend a single penny to get those resources. Okay, the problem of discovery still remains, that we are solving through DoCoNation, that you'll get it. But again, to use those resources, you actually need to be motivated and consistent, and that's just gone to shit. Okay, that's not there at all. You lost it. Everyone's lost it. Okay, trust me, that's gone. So there is either one way which is we are doing it at clubs, and the second way also we'll be exploring through these clubs only, that's public learning. To hold yourself accountable, even if we are not telling you, the public will be, holding you accountable. So we are going to explore that as well. This concept is very new, and you might have seen a lot of people doing this, public learning, public building, and all of this is happening on Instagram, Twitter, and everywhere. So we'll be exploring that also. We'll be making you your own personal brand. We'll be helping you with that, and a lot of stuff down the lane through these clubs. Like, this is just the start of something big that we are planning later on. Okay, so this is just a stepping stone to guide all the students, and then later on we're going to upgrade this into something else. So for that we'll have to wait for a while, but for now just enjoy these clubs as it is. So now let's see what are the club features. So all of the club features are like we have divided into generic categories, but they are going to be different for each club. So that will be hearing it from all of the club advisors that you can see on the top of your screen, maybe on the side of your screen based on your Zoom orientation. But yeah, these are the generic club features that every single club is going to have. So let's have a look at them.
The very first one is workshops. So yeah, apart from just learning and building on projects, you will have workshops. It may be ranging from a 1-day workshop to a 3-day workshop. We might get guests from outside, or it might be our advisors conducting the workshops. So these will be very student friendly. Again, it won't be like one person's teaching and you just have to shut up and listen. It's not going to be that case. It's going to be interactive, very interactive, so that you actually learn, and instead of just sitting there like a dummy and just watching something. And the next thing that we've got is events. Again, yeah, events we'll be having a lot of events with a lot of very exciting guests for you. So this week again we have events planned for you in a lot of domains, and you'll be very excited to see them.
Yep. And also, again, don't think that you are going to organize the events. No, you just have to do your own work. If you're in BugHouse, code. If you're in FAAN, code. If you're in design, you design. That's it. The events and everything will be handled by us. We'll be taking care of it. You don't have to worry about it at all. You'll be getting the best possible experience. As Neeha said, we have a great lineup of guests in this particular week itself. On Thursday, or that day is tentative right now, but maybe Thursday or Friday, we'll be having an SWE from Microsoft telling you about competitive coding. So that will be under the FAAN club. And then towards Sunday, we will be hosting Puneet Chawla. I think the designers might know who Puneet Chawla is. He's a great UI UX designer, and he's very famous on YouTube, and he's been giving out to the community a lot. So we have him as a guest on this Sunday. So in the same way, we'll be having various kind of guest speakers to tell you about that particular career domain and also give you a boost to basically learn, so that you can also get inspired from their journey and start making your own journey. Okay. So the next club feature is challenges.
So again, challenges, you'll have different kinds of challenges. You might have seen 30 days code, or a 10 days code, or maybe 5 days code. There's a lot of challenges going on in every single domain. Maybe that may be coding, that may be designing, that may be public speaking. So there are this is a mixture of challenges that you'll be having. So every week there will be something coming up, and there'll be a mega challenge also for you. So you'll also be collaborating with your fellow clubmates, and also, work hard on these challenges as well. So again, we have competitions where you will actually compete with other club members and build your stance over there.
Yep, like competitions can be individual competitions or team competitions. Both kind of competitions will be there. Like you might have seen previously, if you have been a part of DoCoNation, we recently completed our first UI UX challenge back in May, and then we had our hackathon. Okay, our first ever hackathon called Hack Nation, where a lot of teams got together. The theme was open innovation, and they built some great products, great prototypes, and they presented it, and there was a winner for that, winner team. So that was a team event. After that, we had Graphica. So recently we finished Graphica in the previous month, and there we basically had a graphic design challenge for 5 days, where you had different events lined up, and we had Ansh Mehra, a very special guest, to speak about designing and basically how to ask the right questions. If you want to check that out, do check it out on YouTube as well, because we have all of these sessions listed there also. Okay, so you can, even if you miss any session, you can go to YouTube and then watch all of them, or maybe if you want to note down something, again go back there and watch it. Even this session will be uploaded on YouTube for you, so that you understand clubs in a better way if you miss the session, or maybe you just want to share with your friend that, hey, this is a cool thing that's happening, join. Okay, do share this with your friends though, because this is going to help everyone out. And when you're with your friends in a thing like this, you are just going to love it. The whole experience is going to be just something else for you if you're doing this with your friends. Okay, so the next feature is tasks and projects. So again, depending on which club you are in, you'll be getting either tasks or you'll be getting either projects. Now again, these tasks and projects have some kind of significance, which we'll be talking about in the next slide. But to just shed a little bit light on it, is like in book club, you'll be getting tasks like to write the summary of whatever you are reading, so that you can actually understand what you actually read in the book and store it for future use. Okay, then projects is going to be what we are going to do in the design club or in the development club, that is BugHouse. So there are a lot of open source projects. So we'll be starting with Git and GitHub first, so that you can actually contribute to these projects, and with each contribution you'll be awarded with something that we'll be talking about later. So you'll have all of these things that you can contribute towards or do the tasks, so to basically build upon your skills and improve it day by day. Then you have resources and opportunities. This is just going to be bomb, because again, resources, a lot of resources will be provided through different channels, okay, through the different methods and ways. We also have an app launch incoming, okay, in the upcoming months. Okay, in 1 or 2 months we'll be launching our own app as well, where you can access all of these things at one single place. Again, as we say it, the one-stop solution that we are trying to build, you'll be getting everything at one single place. And then finally, opportunities. So we also post opportunities on our Discord server, but especially for the club members, you'll be getting some higher rated opportunities only for the club members. Okay, so that will be a kind of premium thing towards the club members, because you are doing so much great work and you are just doing the hard work and properly learning and then growing. You'll be getting those opportunities. And then finally, help and feedback. That's just common for each and every club. That's common for the whole community. We are going to help you out in every single way possible. Okay, whatever doubts you have, if you want feedback on your projects, if you want feedback on your designs, every single thing will be taken care of by other students as well as all of us here, okay, in the management team. So now let's have a look at something which is very, very new, and right now only exclusive to the club members, only for the club members. And here it is. Drum rolls, please. This is DoCoCoins and DoCoStore. Okay, so this is a fairly new thing that we are launching, and we have been talking about this for a while now with a closed group. We have been testing it out, and it will be out with our app also later in the upcoming months, maybe by September or October. And that's where you'll be getting the DoCoStore. So DoCoStore is going to have a lot of useful stuff that you can buy or basically redeem for your DoCoCoins. And how are you going to earn these DoCoCoins? The things which we just saw in the previous slide: workshops, events, challenges, competitions, tasks, whatever you basically contribute towards or you take part in. Based on that, every club is going to have their own point system that you are going to be awarded with. And with those points, those DoCoCoins, you can redeem it in the DoCoStore once that access is given to you. So right now it will be done on Discord itself, and there will be a maintained Notion page with your coins and everything. Later on, when the app comes out to all of you, then you'll be easily able to access it through your finger touch, okay, on your phones. So that's about DoCoCoins and DoCoStore. And this is a really, really big step for us to bring this in and implement it very smoothly. So let's hope everything goes well with this. We're still working on the prototype, and it will be done really, really soon. But the counting will start only for the club members right now, from today itself when the club starts. Okay, so that means this is really, really exclusive only to the club members right now. No other community member has access to it. So right now this is only for the club members. Later on we'll be rolling it out to the community members as well. Okay, so now let's have a look at the selection criteria for clubs. All of you filled the form, right? I hope all of you filled the form. Like the people who are here, you guys have filled the form of clubs. Is there anyone who missed out on filling the form? Just raise your hand if you missed out on filling the form and you haven't filled it yet. Or maybe you wanted to fill the form of some other club, but you were not able to. Anyone? Okay. I guess everyone has filled the form.
Yeah.
Also, like, you're allowed to join multiple clubs. It's just that the leader of a club cannot be in multiple clubs. That thing will be there. Oh, sorry. You cannot be leaders of multiple clubs. You can be leader of one club only, but you can be member of multiple clubs. Okay. Okay. So I think everyone properly filled the form, but suppose if you still want to join some other club, there is no selection criteria. Okay. So the clubs are open for all. But again, if everyone can be a part of DoCoNation clubs, then why does it matter? The thing is that there is a criteria for staying in the clubs. That means for selection, there is no criteria. You can fill the form and become a member of any club that you want. But if you want to stay in the club, you'll have to be above the membership criteria. That means if you just join a club and only take all the resources, but don't contribute towards the club, don't help out other students, don't interact with them, you may be removed from the club. So it's not just one single person's growth, but everyone's collective growth that we are talking about. So in the same way, every single club is going to have their own membership criteria that will be briefed to you and will be available on our website also very soon towards the next week. Our websites are going to be updated with all the details that we are mentioning right now. So you can check it out there as well. But yeah, there will be membership criteria, but no selection criteria. So basically that means that all of the forms are again going to be opened after this session. So anyone can fill those forms and become a part of any of the clubs that they want. The only thing is that you have to be consistent. You have to properly do whatever tasks are given to you. It's not just tasks. Basically, it is just to stay active and show proof of work. What is proof of work? So if you're in FAAN club, then you'll have to show that you actually coded. Maybe not every single day, but you did a substantial amount of coding to deserve to be a part of the FAAN club. Because again, we are spending a lot of money from our side at the community and also a lot of time and effort to bring you all of these resources at one place. So we want all of you to utilize it, because we are not asking for anything in return. We're not asking for you guys to pay us money for this whole club or thing. Okay, it is absolutely free, but we only need dedication. Okay, we need super serious people who are actually into all of these things, or maybe you want to start out in all of these domains and fields. We need those serious people, and we need that seriousness, because then we'll feel, okay, fine, whatever we spent, whether it's in the form of monetary basis or time and effort, okay, whatever we did, yani ki jitna khoon pasina bahaya hai, that is actually worth something doing for. So that is why we have membership criteria, but not selection criteria. So that's something really, really important that all of you should take note of. And yeah, when we have meetings separately for each of these clubs where you have participated, then you'll be getting to know about the membership criteria for every different club. Okay. So now let's have an intro to all of the clubs one by one. Let's begin. So the first one is BugHouse.
Hello guys, how are you all? So I am Saket Khare and I'll be one of the advisor of BugHouse Club. So in this club, we'll be having many events, challenges and workshops. For example, a 3-day CSS workshop. In that, we'll be learning about CSS. So, and also, we'll be having many mini hackathons, and also we'll be making clones of different websites together. So that's also a nice thing to do in the clubs. Together we'll be making many things. And also we have a list of open source projects on which we'll be working together. So yeah, looking forward to learn and code with you all.
Exactly, like BugHouse is somewhere where even I am one of the advisors with Saket. So I'm totally into development. I don't like FAAN basically. I don't like competitive coding. So that's why I'm not there. But again, yeah, I'll be helping out everyone. I am totally into development and I love developing websites, apps and everything. So right now we'll be starting out with one domain inside BugHouse, that is web dev, and then expanding it slowly, steadily every single week to different domains like app dev, AR, VR, blockchain, AI, ML, and so on. Okay, one by one, we'll be revisiting all of these different wings basically, or maybe branches of development. Okay, so that you get overall exposure in almost everything. But to begin with, we'll start with web development itself. As Saket said, we'll be doing a lot of open source projects. So real world projects, not just clones. Okay, clones help out a lot. They help you out a lot, but you have to, step up your game after that. So we'll be making clones first so that you get used to everything. And then after that, we'll be making some cool real world projects, open source projects that you can actually list out in your resume and show proof of work to wherever you apply for, maybe some internship, maybe some job, whatever it is. It's going to be really, really crazy. So that's BugHouse. That's just the cool wordplay on the name of the club. It's development club, so it's called BugHouse. Okay, let's now move towards the second club, which is, it's called FAAN club. Okay, so wo Shahrukh wala fan hai, okay? FAAN club, G is silent. It's just to read so that you understand. How many of you know what FAAN is? Let's see. I think those who participated, they might know about it, right? Okay, some of you know about FAAN, what FAAN is. Okay. Okay, so Aryan, can you briefly introduce FAAN club?
Hello everyone, my name is Aryan Bhandari and I'm one of the advisor of FAAN club, or rather FAAN club. So first of all, in FAAN club, we learn competitive programming. So why competitive programming? Let's say I know C++ or I know Java. So I know basic programming. Why do I need to learn competitive programming? So let me give you an example. Let's just assume that you are an interviewer and you have one candidate who knows to just code. Okay, he knows all the programming languages, even he knows the data structures and algorithms. If the interviewer if you ask him to implement any data structure like tree or binary tree or any algorithm, sorting algorithm stuff, he can do that. Okay, he can do that. Now there is another candidate on the other hand. If you give him any real world problem, okay, any real world random problem out there, long challenging problem, he will use data structures and algorithms and give you an optimized code. Okay, so which one would you choose? I hope you'll go for the second candidate. Why? Because even in the company, when you're developing a product, you won't get to implement a tree, or you won't get to directly use sorting algorithm. You will have to know what is the problem. Okay, you will have to divide into pieces. You will have to understand all the bits here and there, right? And then you have to use data structures and algorithms and provide them the optimized code. So if you want to develop your brain in that direction, we use competitive programming. So this is why competitive programming is very famous, because in that you get long story challenges. Okay, and now what's there in the club? So basically your quality and consistency matters. Okay, so this is the whole thing, criteria, you can call it anything, that's for competitive club or fan club. Okay, and we'll be having many challenges, we'll be motivating you, we'll be discussing on general topics like how to use, there are platforms like Geek4, Geeks, Hacker, and Coursera, Code Forces, how to use them efficiently. And we'll also organizing boot camps, mini boot camps for you. Also we'll try to gather some guests. Okay, so it's gonna be great. Okay, and trust me, if you actively participate, help others, okay, the first thing you're gonna get the Dogo coins. Okay, that's there. And the second thing is, if you actively participate, if you are a beginner, definitely become intermediate. If you're intermediate, definitely become advanced. Okay, and if you are already advanced, that's great. I hope you contribute in the community. Okay, and what else? Okay, so there's gonna be a lot. Okay, and we'll provide you with roadmaps, we'll provide you with some, we are also
something that's really important,
resources.
roadmaps.
Yeah, so any beginner out there, okay, so if you're not comfortable with right now, if you're not comfortable with language also, okay, you can come to this club. We'll have the roadmap, we'll provide you. Okay, so you can get started with, and we'll have challenges where you can participate in groups or individually. So that's there. And okay, that's it from my side.
Yep. So fan club, again, don't go towards the name. It's just a funny pun or wordplay on this. The main aim of fan club or the coding club, the competitive coding club, is to basically motivate you and make you code every single day. So we actually did something with a few of our friends and with our students on the community, that we sat down and we just noted down that if we just sit and code for 1 hour per day and we just tally that up towards any of the things that we are doing, so it came out to be like, suppose we took 15 months. Okay, 15 months is like 1 year and some 4 or 3 months more than that. So like 1.5 years, or maybe you can call that 15 to 16 months time. And if you just code like 2 hours per day, so you roughly have around, if you just take 28 days, okay, in a month, so that you can cut out holidays and everything from that. And again, this is 1.5 years that we're taking, but we're only counting till 15 months. So just a rough tally came up to 840 hours. Okay, so now if you look at any playlist on YouTube, any course on Udemy, Coursera, or whatever it is, every single thing is less than 100 hours, right? Every single thing is less than 100 hours. There's nothing more than 100 hours.
Yeah.
In either, if you add all of them up, then also it's just 300 hours. You want to finish Coursera, do that. You want to finish Udemy, you finish that. You want to finish YouTube, you finish it. Less than 300 hours. You still have more than 500 hours left of your whole 1.5 year time span. Okay, maybe you are at the precipice of your interview or anything like that. So you just have 3 months for it. Then also, if you increase that time from 2 to 3 hours and do it, you'll be able to finish something. So it's not about, again, it's not about the time that you have, but it's just about consistency. Just like in finance, we have, right, the effect of compounding. That's always true for learning as well. Okay, if you are not able to learn a lot in a single day, but you do it for a longer time, you'll get to know the benefits of that. So that is what we are going to do in Fan Club.
As you mentioned, finance, in the starting you will not gain much, right?
Yeah,
but
correct.
After a point of time, the compounding hit hard. So
Exactly.
That's what happened with competitive coding too. And
Exactly.
our aim to make you fan of Fan Club, you just have to be consistent.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's not just Fang, okay? There's a lot more than Fang. It is just a funny wordplay. It's not like we are supporting Fang or anything. Obviously, it's great if you get into it, but there are a lot of other companies like Gojek, like Razorpay, even some great startups like Swiggy and Zomato, where the SD and SWD is just amazing. Okay, so it's basically for those who are targeting these job roles, okay, for their placements, or just want to prepare it for it. Fan Club is for them, okay? So that you become a fan of coding, okay, and do it on a daily basis and finally achieve your goals. So that's Fan Club. Okay, now let's hear it from Akarsh about the ReDesign Club. Again, a wordplay. Okay.
So hello guys, I am Akarsh Shrivastava and I'll be one of the design advisors of ReDesign Club. So designing is a pretty fun and exciting process, but as we all know, it gets challenging at times. So sometimes you don't have projects to work on, maybe not good feedback, which is very important. And I think with designing, you have to work with interesting people, who have some creative ideas. So for that reason, like, super excited to collaborate, and we'll also learn and share our resources. So what we will do, we will work on case studies and build our portfolios, very important, and make very, very cool, real world designs, and also challenges, tasks, super events. So that's all, and can't wait to have you guys. So we'll design very, very cool stuff.
Yep, like designing again, just like Akash told that a hell lot of importance is going to be given to your own portfolios. Okay, your own portfolios, and especially in the BugHouse also, your own portfolio, your online portfolio, and in designing your case studies and everything, most importance is going to be given to that thing. Okay, because okay, you're a good designer, but if you don't show off your work properly, then there's no value to it. Okay, it will take a lot of time for you to actually create some kind of buzz in the world and actually let people know that हाँ भाई मैं designer है. Like, are you understanding the point? It's very difficult to make your mark if you are not able to showcase your projects or whatever you are doing. Again, one more thing, अंधों में काना राजा बनके कुछ नहीं होता. ठीक है, तो if you are around like 6 to 7 people who are like nice designer, nice design, that's not gonna make any sense. Okay, you'll need someone better than you to comment on your design, to properly give you some criticism that, okay, this is wrong. You should not make the border radius more than 30. Don't do that. Don't use Comic Sans. All of that stuff. Okay, all of that stuff is important. So अंधों में काना राजा बनके नहीं रहना है. That's why we are trying to create this, and it's not like हम बहुत बड़े experts हैं. नहीं. Even we are calling experts to properly do that for you. So it's a give and take process. That's why we are talking about a community experience, so that everything can be done in a proper way. That is why all of these clubs are there. And same process will be there for every single club. So that's been ReDesign Club. We'll be talking about all kinds of design domains. Again, we'll be starting out with 2, that is graphic design and UI UX design. Then we'll be moving forward to package designing and what's it called, merchandise designing and everything else. Okay, slowly and steadily we'll be expanding it into different fields. But to begin with, graphic and UI UX are the first ones. So I hope all of you are excited for the design club, that is ReDesign, because again, without redesigning, nothing works. Okay, the first design, it doesn't work. Okay, let's move on to the next club, which is Bookmark.
So hello once again everyone, and I'm also an advisor of the Bookmark Club. And just like in Fan Club, he talked about consistency. So it's really important that we read every day, and it's really hard for us to pick up the book every day and read it. So that's why this club has been made. And in this Bookmark Club, we'll be reading books of different genres, discuss our favorite characters and favorite chapters. And here we'll not just focus on reading, but we'll focus on retaining what we've learned. So for that we'll be using we'll be writing together whatever we've read, so making summary bullet points of whatever things we've read, and that will actually help us implement all those things which we have read in our own lives. So we'll be also increasing our reading speed, and that's really important. And yeah, I'm super excited to start reading with you all.
Yep. Book club again is very close to my heart because I love reading books, and I know all of my friends here, apart from Aryan, he hates books. He loves videos. Okay, he learned from videos. He's that kind of a guy. You understand that? Okay. But yeah, apart from that, all of us here, we love to read books. Sorry, Aryan. But okay. So again, book club is going to give you that knowledge and that boost, which I know everyone's missing. So I have gone through the applications for the book club registration. Okay. So there are some great people. Okay. So I'm very excited to actually read with you guys. And some are beginner readers, some are very advanced readers. So I'm just really excited. Even मेरे को भी उतना नहीं पता जितना वो लोग बोल रहे हैं. So I'm ready to learn from them how they read and what they read. So it's going to be amazing experience in the book club. Again, not just read but to retain. That's very important because I myself have a habit of writing down every single thing that I find interesting in a book or a podcast even. Okay, we'll include podcasts also in Bookmark later on, but for now just books. And because that helps you out a lot. Okay, so if that is not properly categorized and not properly written, then you forget it. Okay, you're just reading and forgetting a book. So that's not something that we want you to do, but to actually retain what you read. So that is what we'll be doing in Bookmark. Okay, so now let's hear it from Priyal about the Orators, the public speaking club. Okay, I guess there's some issue with the internet.
Okay, so I'll take over.
Yeah.
So the public speaking club is all about actually building up your confidence and coming ahead and actually conducting events, being a host of an event. So again, public speaking, writing down your script is easier than actually conducting the event, right? So that is what we're trying to achieve here. We're going to have multiple discussions, multiple meetups in a week, so we can work together on actually, bringing up our portfolio step by step. So we want, not just in the beginning, we'll be like, okay, ye lo script hai, ye speech do. No, we'll go very slowly, gradually increase our growth and work on building up our skills in speaking in front of a public. Because it gets hard, right? You can give a speech perfectly fine in front of the mirror, but when you're in front of 100 people or even 10 to 20 people, you lose it. You have nerves and you have to deal with it. So all of these are things that we'll be learning in the public speaking club, that is Orators.
Yep, like just now we're having this whole session here. So we have all gone through the basic stages of public speaking. This is also a form of public speaking where you're addressing an audience online. Here right now we have 33 participants, and to speak with this many people watching you, okay, our camera is on, we have to be camera confident and everything about it. All of these things, we have broken them down into separate modules. Okay, so this is one of the clubs where you'll actually be learning, where we'll be calling some people to teach you, and as well as we'll also share our experience and tell you how each of these different things is done. Like ice breaking, introduction, how to properly introduce yourselves. It should not be like that, hi, myself from village area, whatever you see in the movies. That's not actual thing. Okay, he went to give a speech, but he told that particular sentence, which is wrong. So we will be properly having all of these modules so that you can understand the proper aesthetic of public speaking. So again, break the ice, introduction, storytelling, and then speeches, interviews. Okay, interview is also something that's very important, that you should know how to conduct interviews. And then finally, GD, group discussions. Just a minute, a very important exercise that everyone should know how to do. Then you have debates, extemporary competitions. What else do we have? We also have a TED Talk module in it. So basically you alone speaking for like an hour or something. That's just something that you need to learn if you want to be a great public speaker. So all of these modules will be covered inside the club Orators. And as I said, anyone can join the club at any time. So all of these modules will be available for everyone to properly understand. And then it's not just that you see the video or interact with others. We'll properly be helping you out. We'll be taking assessments in the public speaking club so that we can know whether you are doing it properly or not, to give you pointers, to give you feedback, to help you improve on your public speaking end. Okay, so that's Orators. And yep, so that's all the clubs that we have. And yep, we are very happy to announce again that the registrations are again open for every single person. As we said, there is no selection criteria now, so everyone can register, but you'll have membership criteria that will be revealing when the clubs start. You'll be getting emails from now on from different advisors about your clubs. So based on that, you'll be added to different Discord channels. So if you are not a part of the DoCoNation Discord server, please do so, because everything is going to happen inside that Discord server. I'm going to drop the link in the chat box. Those who are watching this on YouTube later on, grab the link from the description and join our Discord server. That's where everything is going to happen. That's where the whole magic is going to happen. And that is where we'll be interacting with you. That is where you have all the channels. So make sure that you join Discord. And also, if you liked the whole session that we took today, everything that we talked about, and if you think that this is something that every student should know about, your friends should know about, your college mates should know about, your schoolmates should know about, then please help us by spreading the word. Okay, so if you liked it, you can take a picture right now, you can take a screenshot, or just mention it on your Instagram stories or WhatsApp stories, and let other people know about what we are doing here at DoCoNation. Okay, so I'm gonna drop the link of our Instagram account as well. It's @DoCoNation. Okay, so that's what you can tag on Instagram stories and everything. Okay, and the website link is DoCoNation.com. So that's it from us today. And if you have any questions, please stay tuned, stay back in the whole meeting, and you can ask us. Okay, just raise your hands and we'll allow you to unmute, and you can ask your questions, or you can drop them in the chat box. Okay, so thank you so much again for joining in, every single person who is here today, and we will see you guys very soon in the clubs. Really excited to start this. Thank you so much, my team here in the stage panel here. Thank you so much, Neeha, Saket, Aryan, Akarsh, and Priyal. There was some network connection issue with Priyal, but yeah, you'll be seeing a lot of her in the Orators Club. She's one of the advisors for the Orators. So yeah, we'll see you inside the clubs. Thank you so much.